Hey guys, we are back with some more Eastside Hockey Manager, and this is a post commentary because I'll be honest, I was not pleased with the original commentary that was over this video, so I just decided to clip up this video a bit and just show, I guess, the important parts that were recorded because it was a lot of this episode anyway was just me, clicking around not really making any progress. So, because this draft wasn't really, let's say, potential filled. And as a matter of fact, I don't think I saw a single five-star potential player in this draft. So, it takes a little bit of time, but I eventually figure out all of my picks. So here, this Calcanisto guy, he's pretty solid. So not to spoil anything, but I picked him for my first pick. So yeah, there you go, Calcanisto. Um, this is the part that sucks about doing post commentary. I already know what's gonna happen, but I'll do I'll do my best to at least you know commentate over this, but it's gonna be a bit difficult. So bear with me here. Yeah, so this guy, I was just on him, Skylar Ferguson, and then Scott McLaughlin. A lot of players in this draft are saying they're like Ilya Kovalchuk, which, especially that guy, I gotta say, like, how do you compare that to Ilya Kovalchuk? Like, look at that, look at that. So I'm just trying to look through the players here. Brennan Williams, he's solid. He's got an A in a few categories here. So I was like, you know what? We'll choose this guy. There's not too much potential in this draft. So I figured, why not? So yeah, like as you can see, the majority of the players that I'm clicking on or are only 3-star potential at most. So as a matter of fact, I think I only saw like one 4-star potential in there. So yeah, it's not exactly what you would call a star-filled draft. Um, Actually, not even an average draft. This was a below average draft. So I wasn't exactly, excited for the draft. I mean, you obviously get excited for the draft, but once you see the potential of all these players and it doesn't match up to the previous drafts, it's sort of like, why do I have to do this? Um, but yeah, I believe I choose this guy here, Mark Alexander Cunningham. So he's got decent grades in a few categories as well. So that's really what I was basing everything off of. And then I think from like round 4 and on, I was just going with whatever the head scout said so I could, speed things up. Yeah, like I was going through all those players and I was like, you know what, there's not enough potential here and not really enough skill for me to be searching out players on recording time, and this video was originally 25 minutes long, so I'm glad I clipped it up because there was a lot of pointless stuff that I did. It was just cringy. I didn't. I'll be honest, guys. I didn't even really want to put this video out, but I know it's part of a series, so I was like, you know what, I got to do something. Got to post commentate. Got to clip it up a bit, and hopefully it'll be half decent. So as you can see, you just picked Jan Horansky with that pick, and I think from here on out, I just go with whatever the scout says. Yeah, because everyone at this point is sort of like, why do I even have to keep doing this? Uh, especially in this draft because it's I saw absolutely no 5-star players as I said. So yeah, just gonna fast forward here. We're gonna pick this Evan Hanna guy. Fast forward to round 7. I believe this is the last pick of the draft. Yes, it is. Okay, so moving on here. We're going to sign these prospects. And, well, a few of them. Or actually, I think only a couple of them because for some reason, yeah, like this guy Calcanisto, he only wanted to be a core or key player. So I was like, you know what, I'll just leave you in juniors for now. I didn't feel comfortable giving a rookie a core role, especially not one that was ready for the NHL yet. So as you can see, I think I only made like a couple signings in total throughout the re-sign stage. I tried re-signing Henrique and Jelena because I apparently forgot to sign them or something, and unfortunately they got released to free agency from me not signing them on time. So uh, yeah, that was my bad. I'm gonna try to re-sign them in free agency, which I did not get to in this video. So I guess if you guys have any suggestions for free agency, I mean, I don't even know why I'm mentioning free agency now. That's such a long time from now. Um, at least in this video, towards right towards the end of the video. So again, I'm not even sure why I'm mentioning it, but yeah, I know Stamkos. I think I saw Stamkos in free agency once again. Again, I don't think we're gonna have the cap to sign him though, because he always asks for somewhere around like 11 mil, 12 mil. So, yeah, and the board for some reason will only let us sign him for I think like 8 mil. I th- and that might not be because of the cap problems. I think that's rather because of the budget. So it sucks, yeah, but unfortunately, can't get Stamkos. I mean, he would. Don't get me wrong, Stamkos would be great for the team, but just long term contract wise as well, just I wouldn't want to offer Stamkos 12 mil because the cap in this game is so um I guess just not friendly because I don't know. It just feels a lot like the cap in this game is a lot lower than it is in NHL Legacy, NHL 16, and the thing about this game is too that the cap does not adjust according to the year, like NHL Legacy does. When in year one you're at like 73 mil, something like that, and then by year 10 you're at 93 mil. No, this game stays at 71 mil for their salary cap flat. So it's really difficult to, I guess, keep those players signed and then keep signing new draft players and all that. So honestly, that wouldn't be a risk I'd be willing to take anyway for Stamkos. But as you can see here, we are going through the awards. I believe Corey Schneider won the King Clancy trophy, so that's great. I believe he was the only person on our team to get an award. But I also think, yeah, one of our rookies, I think was Rasmus Anderson, I want to say. Yes, it was Rasmus Anderson who got on the NHL rookie All Star team, so that's good. And here you can see we're signing some of our draft picks, Haransky and Williams, I believe it was. So yeah, there you go. I believe there's one more. And oh yeah. Boston offered us to trade for Mike Green. Now, yes, I didn't trade Mike Green at the draft because he has 2 years left on his contract, and I figured I'll trade him at the trade deadline if we're not a playoff team by that point next year. Because he's still good, we could still use him, but we'll see where we are, sort of thing. Because his contract honestly isn't bad. It's just a matter of how bad does he get by next season? I think that's what determines whether we trade him or not. But for now, we're going to decline that trade. But I do believe I edit the trade a little bit. But I don't think there's anything that I would really want from Boston. Um, yeah, because just, I mean, Torrey Krug, he's good and all. Almost exact same contracts. Just Mike Green's a little better, but Krug is younger. I'll give him that. He's 5 years younger. He's got around the same offensive stats, but just not when you compare him to Mike Green. He's not. on par with the attributes that he needs to be for Mike Green, you know? So that's why I'm holding off to trading Green. I tried trading Steen at the draft, but literally no one wanted him. I offered him out to all, and lukewarm reaction, meaning like no one wants him. Absolutely no one wants him, which I can understand for a declining forward that is on like a $6 million contract. So, but I mean, he only has 1 year left, so that's a positive. We might be able to get him out at the trade deadline, I'm thinking. Hopefully, because he really did not have an on par year last year. If you remember, he only had like 20 something points in 82 games compared to 60 something points the previous year. So, yeah, definitely need to get Steen out of there one way or another, whether it's through waivers or a trade. I don't think Steen is fit enough to be in the NHL, or at least not on this team. I mean, maybe defense. He might be a good fourth line forward, but we can have better fourth line forwards for much cheaper than 5.7. So yeah, I think we gotta trade Steen eventually. We are eventually going to trade Green as well, but again, just not now. And here's that long loading screen. So we're going to pause, I believe, and yeah, there you go. So here's some actually interesting stuff. Player of the year, Adam Henrique with 71 points, 30 goals on the season, 41 assists. The highest ever Devils average rating, I believe that was Corey Schneider with an 8.08 average rating, so that was great. The highest average attendance ever before at the Devils games. Yeah, that was actually a shock. And then best ever Devils goals against average. Wait till you see this. Okay, our goals against average this year was a 1.98. Like through the team, not just Corey Schneider, the team, meaning Kincaid, Schneider, and whoever else played goaltender, between all of them. So that was pretty impressive, I thought. And then the same as well for save percentage. We were at, or no, never mind. What am I saying? It was only for Corey Schneider. Okay. I thought that was team. Forget everything I just said. And then, but he also had highest save percentage at .931. That is amazing. Unfortunately, though, Corey Schneider is getting old. He's 33. So what we're going to do here, what we're going to do this upcoming year, we're actually going to start playing Matej Tomek, because he's actually better than Zatkov now, according to, the player comparison. And I believe I'm going to compare him to Zatkov in just a moment. Yeah, no one wants Zatkov, so once again, I think I'm going to compare him. I'm not sure. I don't know. I seem to remember comparing them. I guess not. Okay. But yeah, here we're transitioning over to free agency and just everyone leaving, Henrique, Jelena. I was a bit, not gonna lie, a bit disappointed about that, because Henrique and Jelena were pretty good point scorers for us last year, so I think I'm gonna try to get them back, but I'm not sure how, because we are sort of constrained for cap, and I would imagine Henrique wants quite a bit. But anyway, that looks to be about the end of this video. Yeah, there you see Stamkos. I don't think I'm going to sign him because, again, he's got a lot of, contract issues in this game. But with that, I think that'll be it for now. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully this wasn't too bad as a post commentary. And I'll see you all in the next one.